All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Game Jam 2025. It's your boy, Sonny. I think Eric already asked you. Type in the chat where you're calling from, and maybe spam your favorite game that you played in the last 2 to 3 years. What is up? I see a lot of familiar names. Cool. Pakistan, Berlin. Saraj's favorite game is FIFA. Very nice. Elden Rings. A few Elden Rings in the chat. Witcher 3. Very nice. Portugal. Valorant. Very nice. Folks, let's get started. Thank you all for being here. I know it's December. People are tired. I'm tired. But I think we can rally one last time for this game jam. I know you got it in you. I know I got it in me too. So let's get into it. Monthly challenge. This time's a little bit different. I know a lot of you have been asking for a hackathon the last 12 months. We couldn't throw one, so we're doing something in between. It's bigger than a monthly challenge, smaller than a hackathon, and it's our first ever Codédex game jam. And I'm going to review the theme in a bit. First thing first, I think some of you already know this. Make sure to head over to channels and roles in Discord. Click yes to that one question. Give me the game jam role. And then you should see 3 new channels, 3 new suggested channels. Make sure to click yes to all of them. These are the channels where we'll be talking in for the next 28 days or 24 days. All right. Some high-level items. The deadline is Sunday, December 28th at midnight Eastern time. Okay. Very similar to a monthly challenge. The reason we're not doing December 31st is that it gives us a few days to judge it and announce the winners. Cool. Location, Codédex Discord, and the OPC, the on-platform community. And the team for this one is preferably 1, but you can still join teams of 2 or 3, but the price will be split if you do join teams of 2 to 3. Okay, so it's really your call, but preferably 1. Cool, 1 submission per team. All right, today's agenda, a few things. So game jam overview, a theme reveal. I think that's what a lot of people are here for. The prize and the categories, schedule, and a little bit of resources, how to get you started. So what is a game jam? So game jam is an event where people create games from scratch within a time frame. It's usually 24 hours or a week long or 2 weeks long. For us, it's a month long. Okay, so it gives you a little bit extra time because I know a lot of you are in school, a lot of you have work. And the first ever game jam happened a little over 20 years ago in Oakland, California. So it's been around. Game jam, this culture has been around for a little bit. We didn't have any game dev courses on Codédex for the longest time, so we couldn't do one. But now we have Lua and Phaser. So this is a perfect time to try to get the community to do to build a little mini game. And you'll be surprised how many games came about from game jams. So the first one is Hungry Knight, which later became Hollow Knight, which has been a huge hit the last few years, the recent one by Team Cherry. And they started off on LD27, and the theme for that game jam was 10 seconds. You build something, within 10 seconds, or you only have 10 seconds to live, and so on. Baba Is You. This came about in 2017 in this Nordic game jam. Okay, I think this is Ellie's favorite game. Celeste. This is a 4-day game jam. I think it's an internal game jam. It was in 2015. This one's called Celeste Classic. And outside of these, there are actually a bunch more. The Binding of Isaac, Super Hot, Don't Starve, Surgeon Simulator, Goat Simulator, and a bunch more. A lot of these came from 7-day game jams, 48-hour game jams, internal company game jams, and so on. So why do people love it? Why are we all doing this? A few things. One, you learn a new tool. Some of you know some basic web dev or Python, and you want to take it to the next level. So Phaser, Lua, Roblox Studio, Unity, Unreal. These are all great tools. Some are languages, some are libraries, some are IDEs where you can build a little prototype. And it's great for personal portfolio pieces. A lot of you only have 1 or 2 projects, right, on your resume. So adding 1 more game dev, add a whole new angle for recruiters. You'd be surprised how many recruiters are gamers, how many people in tech are game lovers. So I do think having 1 little something game adjacent is a huge plus. Creative boost, because we're giving a little constraint, whether it's time constraint or the theme constraint, hopefully it gives you some ideas and something cool come out of this. And lastly, community, right? I know it's mostly a 1-person game jam, but just by doing it, being in the trenches together with other members, hopefully you network a little bit more, connect with others on the learning journey. How many of you here have been to our previous hackathon? So type in the chat if yes, if you've been to the previous hackathon. We're constantly seeing people share great customer quotes from the last few hackathons where they met other community members, bonded with other community members, added each other on LinkedIn and Twitter and so on. So we're hopefully this also result in that. And of course, it's fun, right? As you probably guessed, a lot of Codédex are gamers. For me, there's few like crazy ones. I think for Asker was number 32 on Overwatch in North America server. Eric holds the Twitch speedrun record for Ultima 7. And my sort of, vice was Dota 2. It's a MOBA game. Okay, I have 10,000 hours in Steam on Dota 2. Went to MLG Columbus, flew to Vancouver to watch a tournament live. So it was definitely, very much hooked on to multiplayer strategy games. And you can probably see some other ones here. Paper Mario, Jackie, Disco. Oh, Julian, how do you pronounce this? Elysium. Baba's You. You see, 2 Elden Rings here. I'm sure I saw some Elden Rings in the chat. But yeah, we actually do have a Steam group for Codédex. So if you could probably just search it in Steam. Yato Kishi asks, "What is the theme?" I'm about to reveal it right now. A lot of you probably are, waiting to get started, and this is probably the biggest blocker. So maybe what we'll do is little drum roll. Let's count down. 5, 4. Yeah, give me some drum roll in the chat. 3, 2, 1. The theme of the Codédex Game Jam is the changing of time. It's a perfect theme for December as 2025 is coming to a close. We want to celebrate all the moments, all the milestones, everything that you've done, all the monthly challenges that you've done in the last 12 months, and transition into, a clean slate in 2026. The changing of time. So what does this mean? Build anything interactive that plays with the concept of time. It could be, metaphorically or literally. You can rewind time, stretch it, break it, evolve it, slow it down, speed it up. And for some of you, you probably already seen some of this happening in your favorite games, right? Tracer from Overwatch, you can teleport. There's a few game mechanics, in-game abilities that she can do, where she can, skip time, rewind, and so on. Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda, a classic, where you have 3-day cycle to sort of solve the puzzle, and you keep going back to the beginning of the 3-day to sort of restart. Super Hot, this is a VR game. This is a crazy one where time only moves when you move. This is probably the first VR game that I really understood like the power of VR. There's like a level where like you have to jump off a building. I literally had to take off my VR headset to move my feet. And then Life is Strange is another beautiful game where you rewind time to make different choices, right? So it could be a lot. Time travel, rewinds, loops, timers, aging, progressions, day and night cycles, deja vu, something play around with the concept of time and space, memory, time lapse, and so on. Okay. It doesn't have to just be game mechanics. It could be the storyline, the plot. It could be a basic timer, just adding a countdown adds more urgency. And these don't have to be really built out. These can be, exploratory prototypes. It could be a little a concept game, right? I think in the Hollow Knight, when they first released it, it was called Hungry Knight. It was barely playable. You can slash a few enemies, right? You can move around, and you only get 10 minutes. But later on, because the game got so popular, they built out the 2 other versions, right? So just a little concept prototype is good enough. Cool. So what are the prizes? We didn't post this on the monthly challenge post, but here it is. Boom. These are the prizes for this game jam. What are the categories? Best overall, the strongest all-around game that nails the theme, changing of time, and it's fun to play, Nintendo Switch. I think this one we did post. Best storytelling, the most engaging story, characters, or world building or lore, the one that makes you feel something, whether it feels good, feels sad, right? A lot of time we look at video games similar to look at art. You want the player, the audience to feel a little bit something, feel alive, make you think a little bit after you play. Okay, and the prize is a PC gaming keyboard, Logitech G515 wireless. Best puzzle game. It should be satisfying, well designed. It should be a little bit challenging. It makes you reach a little bit, but it keeps you entertained that you want to solve it. You want to reach the end result. For this, it's a Steam gift card, $100. Best game design and art. For some of you who are more designers, more artists, if you create your own sprite sheets, own pixel art, own world design, whatever it is, we are fans of that. So a Game Boy Lego set for this. Best multiplayer. This one's a little tough to solve. You might need to socket.io for Phaser. You can add in 2 players, but this one, it could be you play with other people, co-op of versus. It could be using the AWSD key for one player, the arrow keys on another. You've seen this in old classic games. I think that's fine too. SteelSeries Arctis Nova headset. Last but not least, most creative. If you think outside the box, have something that makes us be like, whoa, a little head turn, but still got to be on the theme. So this one will be a Razer Viper V3 gaming mouse. If you submit a project and you attend the closing ceremony, we'll also be giving away 3 Codédex University crew necks. You've seen this probably on our social, on our Discord. These new, I don't know if we have one here, Naomi, but they're awesome. So we're going to give out 3 if you just submit a project and you're present. We're going to do a raffle. So hopefully these are enticing enough. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Here, Naomi, you just want to hold it behind me. These are the Codédex crew necks, and they're printed on a Champion hoodie. So very, very nice. Hopefully it'll last you for 10 years. So sponsors. There are no sponsors for this one, just like our last hackathon. What does this mean? If you want to support Codédex, I know a lot of you want to, definitely subscribe to Codédex Club, $10 a month if it's annual, or $15 a month monthly. If you don't have the money, totally fine. Follow us on socials and tell your friends about us. That's how you give back, and we can throw more hackathons, more game jams in the future. Okay, so please do so. For Emmers, ask a question. Are we able to use an engine like Unreal? Yes, you can. It's not about the tool. It's about, can you build something that's playable, that's bite-sized? So anything, if you want to do a Python, a terminal game with Pygame, totally fine. Okay, it can be a terminal game, it can be a native web app, it can be a native game. Everything works. Scratch, sure. If you can build something that's playable and fun, let's do it. A Minecraft game, sure. Preferably there's a little bit code, but if that's what you're into, I think that's fine too. All right, so schedule. We have 5 events. Okay, the opening ceremony, Phaser workshop next week, office hour game night. This is a double combined event, show and play, and also the closing ceremony. Okay, let's walk this through one by one. So we're right here right now, opening ceremony. There are just 4 more events left. So Phaser workshop by Julian, definitely come through if you want to build something that's web-based. Next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So around this time, next Wednesday. Okay, if you don't know how to build any games, I think this is the best opportunity, especially if you know some HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Wednesday, December 17th at 3 p.m. Eastern time. This is office hour and game night, the double feature that Eric mentioned. This is where we'll help you debug your game if you have any problems. And at the very end, we'll pick a game that we can play together. Maybe it's a Discord game. Maybe it's a Fall Guys or one of those party-based games that we can just relax a little bit for the holidays. Submission deadline December 28th at midnight. Again, this shouldn't take you the whole month. You can knock this out in a day. For some of you, might knock it out in a few days, but make sure to submit it as early as possible. But this is the deadline, December 28th at midnight Eastern time. And the reason why we're doing it is that it buys us a little bit of time to judge it. Okay, so December 29th, we're gonna do a show and tell, except this one's called show and play, where you can present your games to the community. We can try it out. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy, so don't worry. We're all, very beginner friendly here. We can test out your game and buys you some votes, right? Some likes in the comments. Give you some feedback as well. And then Tuesday, right before the New Year's, we're gonna celebrate it together by having a closing ceremony. We're gonna announce the winners and get into wrap up 225 together as a community. And remember, the swag raffle will be happening at the closing ceremony. All right, project submission. This is the same thing as a monthly challenge. You can submit it in the monthly challenge link in the OPC. Okay. The only requirement is that your game has to be playable in some form. If it's Phaser or like a web dev game, give us a URL. If it's a native game, or let's say a Minecraft server or something, or something that you need to download executable, make sure to send the download instructions and how to run it. You can send us the GitHub repo. That's totally fine too. And we highly recommend to have a video, 30 seconds, preferably, or even 60, no more than 60 seconds, where you go over how to get started, what does it look like, how do you play it, and so on. And make sure to include the play instructions. A lot of people skip that. Like, do you use arrow keys? Do you use the mouse? Do you need to hit enter to get started? Make sure to give us all the instructions and resources. So we do offer a few resources. Phaser course, chapter 4 went live yesterday. Okay, so take a look if you haven't already. Lua course, also 4 chapters, accelerated course. Game dev blog post. If you don't really don't know how to get started, take a look at this blog post. It gives you all the different ways that you can build a little mini game. And project tutorials. We have a bunch of new project tutorials that you can check out with, let's say Lua, with Roblox Studio, with Love 2D. I think there's like a how to add easing animations in Phaser, and all these new tutorials that you can search up. We also uploaded the Lua workshop video. Ellie did a Lua workshop video maybe 2-3 weeks ago. That just went live, so take a look. And you can follow along, build a Roblox game. And by the way, it's totally okay to use other resources as well. YouTube, you can find a lot of awesome game dev resources on YouTube too. There are 3 more things. The first one, this is something we've been thinking a lot about, is how do we incorporate some of your games inside worlds, right? You can't really do too much with worlds right now. So one of the ideas we have is down the road over the next few months, you can go inside world to the arcade machine, the top left of the Hacker House living room, and you can check out other games. So for the winners of this game jam, we might have it playable within worlds. Okay, but there's one caveat: it has to be web-based. 2, we have a game tag now, game filter, and project showcase. So all the winners will be in the project showcase, and we'll promote it in our email newsletter, promote to our community of 1.4 million people, and on our socials. Okay, so hopefully this also, helps your online cloud a little bit as you search for jobs, as you look for internships and entry-level positions as well. And of course, for this one, every submission will get a rare badge. Similar to the last 2 hackathons, you get a little snowflake badge for the December holiday hackathon, a little sword badge for the summer hackathon in 2024. Wait, 2024? Yeah. Wow, time flies. So you'll also get one for this one if you just submit it. One more thing, we always recommend for y'all to document your journey and build in public, right? So if you post any pictures of the game jam on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, tag us, use the hashtag Codédex Game Jam, and we'll repost. All right, so if you build a game, share it on the socials, we'll repost, get you some extra votes. By the way, for this game jam, the team will judge it, but also we might have 2 more judges. So one is my cousin. He's a senior game dev at a Shanghainese gaming company, and also he worked at Tencent. We're asking another friend to help judge it, and as well as the team. So we're gonna look at look at everything, right? How it looks, how it feels, how it plays. Is it fun? Is it engaging? And the reason we're bringing in some professionals so that we're not biased. And that's it. Go learn some new tools. See you here next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the Phaser workshop. Make sure to have some fun. And we're very looking forward to see what y'all build. This is the first time we've done anything like this, so we really don't know what to expect. But really hope a few of you come out with some really dope stuff. Any last words from the team? We got a few people in the office with us. Asker says, good luck. He'll be judging very hard. Cool. Well, thank you for being here. Oh yeah, type in if you have any question in the chat. This is your moment. Sampy, you didn't submit the last fan art challenge, so I'm looking forward to at least one submission this time. Yes. So Pixel.'s got a great chat. How are the prizes going to be split among teams? For this one, we actually prefer you to be a team of 1, but if you really want to collaborate, work in teams, the price will have to be split. So let's say you get a Nintendo Switch 2. What we can do is just, maybe split a cash price. Are we going to have access to the slides? Yes, we're going to post the slides right after this workshop, right after this meeting. Are we going to get a hackathon next year? TBD. Saransh, we haven't even done the game jam. We haven't started the game jam. You're already asking about next year? Yes, invite your friends, y'all. If you have folks that think will be interested in doing this, definitely just send them the monthly challenge. Sonny, this thread, we want submissions built starting after today, right? Let's see. What is this? It has to be something. Oh, yes, preferably you start from scratch, but let's say you already just have, you're lucky, you just happen to be building something for, a game dev class in school or something like that. You can take that and just add a few more, you can add more things to it. I think it would be a crazy coincidence yours already, do something with time. That would be kind of crazy. But yeah, so let's say you already have a foundation of a little game built. You can add in a time element to it. So yes, I think that's totally fair. For Vakazi, if we have made games in the past from scratch and submitted to Codédex as a normal project, can we use that in this challenge? If you incorporate the time element, sure. Any other questions, folks? The team's going to be checking in the Game Jam channels. So any questions, feel free to let us know after this event. Oh, by the way, folks, yes, you can definitely use WebVR 3.js. I forgot about mentioning those. Yeah, you can get crazy with it. Oh no, it does not have to be multiplayer. It could be single player. Only one of the categories is multiplayer, right? Making a multiplayer is a higher lift. So I think single player is totally fine. And by the way, folks, if you have an idea and you're just like, yo, I have this great idea, I just don't know how to get started, just let us know in Discord. We're here to help you, right? This is not exactly a competition where you're playing against each other, right? It's like we want you all to succeed. All right, one more question, folks. Can you use things from the Unity asset store? Yeah, of course. I think, again, folks, there's not too many red tapes. Like, if you're allowed to use it, you can use it from the creator. You don't have to do all the hard work yourself. Of course, that does give you bonus points if you do, but get a working prototype first. Oh, there's one more thing I do want to add. After you submit, you can still make changes before the judging. You can still iterate on it. Let's say you still have another idea. You're like, yo, I'm going to add another feature, or I'm going to change up the color of this one thing. You can still do that, okay? In your submission, you don't have to create a new submission. In your submission, you can, on the top right, there's a triple dot edit button. Click edit. It's just that by the time when we judge it, around the 29th to 30th, that's where the changes after won't matter as much. That being said, if you really want to iterate on your game, make it better and better, yeah, that's awesome. Folks, I'm rambling. Let's call it. Thank you all for being here. Y'all are awesome. Best of luck. I really, really hope, all of you can get something across the finish line and make something that you're proud of. Like, I think Hollow Knight is a perfect example where it came from a game jam that they didn't even get top 10, barely playable, but they just kept working on it. Like the recent version, what's it called? Like the Silk Song or whatever. It's one of the hottest games in 2025. All right, folks, we got to call it. Happy Thursday, y'all. See you in Discord. Best of luck. And see you next Wednesday for Julian's workshop. All right, peace, y'all. Best of luck. Looking forward to play your games.